Hello, welcome to LS311 Business Law Unit 6 assignment. In this PowerPoint presentation, we will be discussing how to format your assignment in a logical order and present the way that you should be approaching your assignment. Your assignment instructions are as follows. Dear Paralegal, please prepare a 2 to 3 page double-spaced memorandum in size 12 Times New Roman font discussing the following in the order presented. Please determine whether or not a contract has been formed using the basic contract principles of offer, acceptance, and consideration. State whether or not any of the crucial parts of the initial offer may be missing. Further, please research whether or not Camille and Sonia's prior course of dealings has an impact on the parties' communications and whether or not Sonia would be successful against Cardware Inc. should a breach of contract lawsuit be brought against her. Do not forget to provide your legal research within your memorandum. You may use case law to make comparisons, your textbook, and reliable internet research to provide in-text citations for your work. Do not use Wikipedia. If you will notice, the first two bullets give you the structure for which to set up your essay or your memorandum. It tells you the order that you should be discussing things. Here is a suggestion for formatting your memo or your essay. You may want to make it easy for yourself and format it like a memorandum, or you may do it in essay form. You will have the date, and then you will double space. Who it's to, you may make up an attorney's name. Double space. Who it's from, that would be your name. What it's in reference to, whether there was a contract between Sonia and Camille, and the impact of the parties' prior course of dealings. You want to summarize that there in the referencing area so that your reader, which would be your instructor, will know what your memorandum is about. Here's your sample introductory paragraph. First, you will give a brief 3 to 5 sentences statement of the facts. Then indicate that it must be examined whether or not Sonia and Camille had a contract, and thus the concepts of offer, acceptance, and consideration will be examined. Further, the parties' prior course of dealings will also be discussed and the impact of the same on the current situation. This sets you as the student up for success and gives a path that your reader can follow, knowing that you're going to talk about whether or not a contract had been formed using the concepts you have learned in Unit 5, and also whether or not the prior course of dealings may be able to satisfy that contractual relationship in the event that you don't have a formal contract. Was there a contract between Sonia and Camille? A discussion surrounding what it takes to form a contract, offer, acceptance, and consideration, and whether or not the parties did indeed have a contract or not will be elaborated upon. Then you will go on further to discuss these particular things: offer, acceptance, and consideration. Your sample third paragraph, the heading would be the impact of the parties' prior course of dealings. You will go on to say something to the effect of a discussion on what is meant by prior course of dealings and how it applies to the parties will be placed here. Further, an analysis of the impact of the parties' prior course of dealings will be set forth. If in fact the prior course of dealings implies a contract has been formed, what is the end result? So basically what you will be doing in this third paragraph is you will define what a prior course of dealings is. You will look at the parties' relationship in the past and the current situation and determine whether or not there is a sufficient similarity to be able to constitute a contract. And then you will look up the law that determines if there has been a prior course of dealings, can this be considered a contract, and what are the ramifications from the same. Your concluding paragraph, you're going to tie all of the above together in a 3 to 5 sentence conclusion. Of course, you will go through the typical reminders on the bullets here that you would do with every assignment, making sure that you are well organized, that you have the proper length of 2 to 3 pages, your font color is consistent, no blue font going throughout, using your mouse to hover over any blue hyperlinks, doing a right click and selecting Remove Hyperlink, avoiding the use of first person, I, me, or my, having a separate APA formatted cover sheet and separate APA formatted reference page, Also, making sure your entire submission is double-spaced throughout, providing hanging indents where needed, and making certain that all of these things are in place before you put it into the unit's drop box. If you have any further questions, comments, or concerns, make sure that you contact your professor, and good luck to all of you in completing this particular assignment.